So another Liverpool player is going to be leaving at the end of the season. Andy Robertson and Liverpool today announced that he will be leaving at the end of this season, making it 9 seasons at Liverpool. And you have to say that he's an absolute legend for Liverpool, serving us for 9 seasons, winning almost everything, or basically every single trophy there was to win. 2 Premier League trophies, 1 Champions League, 2 Carabao Cups. I think he did really well for the club. And for the amount of money Liverpool signed him for, like, he was an absolute bargain. £8 million, or was it £7.5 million, to become one of the best left backs to play in the Premier League at that period of time where he was at the club. Probably one of the best left backs in the world while he was at his peak as well. So to get a player like that for £8 million, just like Mohamed Salah for £30 million becoming a legend, I think we have to say thank you, and we also have to show as much respect for him being at Liverpool for this long and also being a proper leader as well. Ends up being the vice captain this season, and unfortunately will be leaving the club at the end of the season. There were rumors about it. We thought he could leave earlier, maybe in January, moving to Tottenham, but he stayed back at the club, and I think he's been a fantastic leader in general, playing well when he's come on to play this season, and helping Kerkez to actually cement his place as a top or the first choice left back. So honestly, it's really annoying to see how many players are leaving us. It's just part of it. Like, some people will come and they will go. Like, it's just how football works. And the more I see these things, especially with Mo Salah leaving, Andy Robertson leaving, I'm starting to think to myself, yes, Alisson is going to be there for one more season, but Van Dijk is probably one of the next players to leave this club. So it really sucks. But I just want to talk quickly about what he's done for Liverpool. And after doing that, I'll now speak about where this leaves Liverpool and what is going to happen next in general. So first and foremost, I just want to talk about how we got him. I'm a Liverpool fan, by the way, if you could not tell already. So he signed for Liverpool in 2017. This was after Hull City got relegated for just £8 million. Now, in the market, even at that time, because 2017, I think that was the year that Neymar moved to PSG. So for getting a player for £8 million, you know how cheap that was for a player who was going to start games and play really well and become a club legend, and also set and break records alongside Trent Alexander-Arnold on the other side. So you have to say that this guy really, really was a proper bargain when you get him for £8 million. I mean, he went from being a squad player to being a starter and one of the best left backs in the world for about 3, 4, 5 seasons in general. So he was absolutely amazing. So far, he's had 373 appearances, 2 Premier League titles, 1 Champions League, and he wasn't like, this is one player that you knew from the moment he started a game that he was going to show complete intensity. Unfortunately, it's one of those things that we're lacking in Liverpool right now. It just looks like the intensity is not there. People are not running at their best. But at the end of the day, when you have a player like Robertson who's been doing that for years, age will start to tell, time will start to tell on you, and clearly he's not the same player he was last season or 2 seasons ago, 3 seasons ago, and he's lost his place as a starter. So I think it made logical sense based on the fact that his contract was ending at the end of this season that he would leave. Maybe if he had 2 more years or 1 more year on his contract, he may not have left at this time, but I do think this is probably the right time to leave as well. Liverpool will have to go through a lot of changes, which I will discuss later in this video. But honestly speaking, when you think about it, I think the fact that we knew he was entering his final year of his contract, I think it's better now that he said it and he has let it out that he's going to be leaving at the end of the season. There was a bit of uncertainty about what was going to happen, but I think based on the position he has been at the club this season, it does make sense for him to choose to leave. So it's a bit unfortunate, like I said, because as a Liverpool fan, seeing so many players that we've loved and cherished start to leave the club, it's very, very painful. I've already spoken about Salah leaving the club as well, and now Andy Robertson, one of our better players, is also leaving as well. In January, like I said, there were rumors that he could have gone to Tottenham, which I thought was crazy. And he didn't end up going, so I didn't complain because I was really happy about it. It's nice to have players who can definitely play their role in the team. So, for instance, if Kerkez was going to get injured, we knew that Robertson was going to be there. And even if Kerkez was just tired, we knew Robertson was there. Now, I think Robertson should probably have started more games this season, especially when Kerkez was still trying to settle into the team. But, Slots is very adamant about what he wants in a team. So he wanted Kerkez to play, and the good thing is that Kerkez has settled in, but I think it would have given us a bit more stability if Robertson was playing more games at the beginning of the season, but it's fine really. When you look at it now, Robertson is 32. He turned 32 just a few weeks ago. So this is a player that he's definitely past his peak, and he's not playing at the same level he was when he was like 27, 28. It's not the same thing. So now that we have Kerkez, I think it's good that we do have a starting replacement for Robertson. Obviously, Liverpool have to go to the market to get a replacement for, whoever is going to be our second choice left back. Now, we could say Tsimikas could come back, but I do think that there's a lack of trust for him with the fact that he was sent on loan as well. Or maybe it's just the fact that, you trust Robertson more and you probably want to keep him at the club compared to having Tsimikas, who is still a decent left back, but he's not Andy Robertson still, so I don't mind it too much. But I'm just starting to think about it, like I said, with so many of Liverpool's players starting to leave. We've seen Mane leave, we've seen Firmino leave, we've seen Wijnaldum, Henderson, Trent left as well, not in the best terms, but Robertson is leaving now, Salah is leaving at 2 at the end of the season. It's like everything about the team that won the Champions League, that team that we saw that won the Champions League is starting to really, really, really like disappear right in front of our eyes. So with Robertson leaving, what we do have left is Alisson and Van Dijk, and we know Alisson is staying for one more season. Van Dijk's contract ends at the end of next season. So when you think about it, we're looking at the whole team that won that Champions League in 2019, which was 7 years ago, starting to leave. Now, it's perfectly normal. Like, this one hurts. It always hurts when you have a legend of your club leaving. But ultimately, I think it's just part of football. You have players who come and go. When I started supporting this team, Liverpool still had Steven Gerrard, which was a really good thing for me to witness, because I could see how much we respected Steven Gerrard. But it's been over 10 years since he left the club. So, time changes. People will come, people will go, and it's part of those things. It's one of those things where you just have to respect the man for everything he did for us, and thank him for everything he's done, and hope for success for him as he goes to do whatever is next for him. Who would I like to see join Liverpool to play as left back? I really do not know. The good thing is we have a starting left back in Milos Kerkez. So I think Kerkez has settled in rather. It took him a while to settle in, but he's finally settled in, and I like the fact that we see how good he is now. He's full of energy. Reminds me a lot of Robertson from a few years ago, and he's still very young. He's just 22. So we have a player that is almost Robertson's, or was almost Robertson's age when he joined the club, and ultimately, I think it's really good to see Kerkez really play a lot more football recently. So hopefully Kerkez can stay fit. The question is, who's going to be the new backup left back? And I think in general, Liverpool do have a lot of business to do this season. Like, yes, we spent £450 million, and we did sell a lot of players as well, a number of players as well. But now I'm looking at a possible summer transfer again, where there's going to be a lot of business that has to be done, because we need to find a replacement if Tsimikas is not going to be the guy. And also for Mohamed Salah, Liverpool have never had a replacement for Mohamed Salah, which is very disappointing in my opinion. Obviously, you cannot replace Mohamed Salah in that sense, where you know that this guy is a proper footballer, one of the best to ever play the game, and one of the best players in Liverpool's history, in Premier League history. It's very difficult for you to replace a player like that. But I'm just trying to say, like, in that position, Liverpool have really struggled to find somebody who could replace him. So I think the good thing is we already do have somebody who's replacing Robertson, but the question is, who's going to be the backup for Milos Kerkez? Is it going to be Tsimikas? Is it going to be somebody else? We shall find out and we shall see. But that's it for this video. Make sure you like the video if you did like the video. Let me know what you think about Robertson in general. How good a player do you think he was for Liverpool and has been for Liverpool? And do you think it's the right decision for him to leave now? I do think it is. But yeah, just let me know what you think in the comments. I'll really appreciate it if you could leave a comment down below. And make sure you like the video before you leave. Share the video with a friend who you think may enjoy this kind of video. And most importantly, please subscribe. We're on the road to 500 subscribers on YouTube, and it's been less than 4 months, so I do appreciate all the love and support I'm getting so far. Thank you so much for watching this far, and I'll see you guys in one of these videos. Cheers.